Wow, it's hard to believe, but it is now after midnight, officially New Year's Eve. Dude, that is hard to believe. I don't know about you guys, but to me, the whole year of 2019 feels like it went by in a flash. Well, I guess it makes a little sense. You know what they say, time flies when you're having fun. And this year we had a whole lot of it. I wanted to do a recap of all the fun we had, but unfortunately, Julio, we had so much fun. There's no way to fit it all into just one video. And so, for the first time ever, this is gonna have to be a two-parter. What's that? Oh, you're right. We are running out of year here. Roll the film.
3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Let's go see what this tastes like. This crap is delicious. All right, so Mike just handed me my hard hat, which of course I'm very grateful for, but I couldn't help but notice.
He gave me one of the used ones. Gee, thanks, Mike.
That is an incredible view. But I'm guessing the more incredible view is yet to come. Oh, look at this.
Look at the size of that dam.
Damn.
Look at the size of that dam.
So we left the dam, and now we're in the side of the mountain next to the dam.
That's correct.
Smells like I was just gonna say that. Smells like your grandma's basement. Don't ask me how I know that. Was that?
What you're hearing right now, that's them either starting or shutting down a unit.
Okay, I just hear, man, we're in a tunnel underneath a lot of water.
They're starting the unit. You hear the rumble? That's the water starting to go through the unit, and it's starting to generate the
So water isn't going to come shooting down.
No.
It's not going to be like Temple of Doom in here.
No.
Okay. As long okay. Where are you, Eric?
So right now you're inside a cooling and inspection tunnel inside the concrete face of the Hoover Dam.
So we're in
the
actual
dam
dam.
itself.
Oh, dude, this is great. Echo! So you got some employees of Spectre down there. James Bond is gonna come in from the ceiling any second. That was an experience I will never forget. I'd like to stand out here and reflect on it, think about it for a while. But I just remembered, I'm terrified of these heights. Oh my gosh, a love potion. Wait a minute, love potion number 8. I was looking for love potion number 9. Oh my gosh, I don't know much about art, but this painting right here is everything. If I could afford it, this would be going up in the living room. Can I please buy that and put that on the ceiling above our bed so that every night when I go to sleep, that is what I see.
That's what you want to look at?
I mean, a little. Now, my mama always said, can't nothing go wrong in a log. Actually, my mom never said that. Wait a minute, who told me about the log? Did Grandpa Frog tell me about the log? How about that? Oh, wet one. Luckily, I have this waterproof tape around my finger at least. I just should have thought ahead and put some waterproof tape around my butt too. Wow! Oh no! He's up to no good! Uh-oh, it's getting less peaceful. It's getting less peaceful! And less dry. You see that whole top floor up there? It was all reserved for Princess Diana, her entourage, and her 2 sons, Princes William and Harry. And it just so happens that somebody has got the key to the room. And spoiler alert, that somebody is me. Wow! Would you look at the size of this room? A private bar. Oh yeah, that's nice. I have got the feeling that Don Draper would approve. Give me a whiskey sour, Mac. Right away, sir. Let me stir that for you.
How long have you been working here?
Well, I've been tending bar here since Princess
Diana.
Yes, of course. Before that, I was at the Royal College of Mixing Drinks by Finger.
Check this out. Now, you might be tempted to think that this is a fancy face washing station right here, but trust me, it's not. I've made that mistake before.
Hello, I'm Prince William.
And I'm Prince Harry.
And we're the princes. I love the country, January. Now you boys sit down there. Don't let you come in there. I'll lock you in the Tower of London, I will. You better go to sleep. Go to sleep now. I'm too excited to sleep. How about you, Harry?
those darn kids.
One little monkey jumping on the bed. I fell off and bumped my head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more. Whoa. Monkey.
That's a good idea.
See? One hand.
1, 2, 3.
No! Let me switch hands. Let me. Nothing.
Maybe can't do it. But give him a round of applause for
This is so embarrassing. Don't tell my mom. Whoa! Whoa! Look at that! He did it! I should have used both hands.
You think I got to where I am today because I dress like Peter Pan over here? Take a look at what I'm wearing, people. You think anybody wants a roundhouse kick to the face while I'm wearing these bad boys? Forget about it. Last off, my students will learn about self-respect. Do you think anyone thinks he's a failure because he goes home to second star at night? Huh?
Okay. I'm sorry, Peter. You deserved a better joke than that. Before we get too far into the park, there's some art we should look at right up front. Behold, the members of NSYNC. Look, there's Justin Timberlake right there. Look at it, Allie. It's beautiful. The members of NSYNC right here on the Leave a Legacy block. Now, if that's not art, I don't know what is. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a fun one. Ooh, what about this one? I feel overdressed. Look at this painting here. The detail, the finesse, the subtlety. Art scholars have been debating for years over the meaning of this painting.
Then put on your flight hat.
Oh my gosh! I love this motorcycle! It's a motorcycle with wings! Uh-oh, a biker gang! Alright, cue up the music! Hit it, maestro! A 1, a 2! It's none other than Brett Iwin, the voice of Mickey Mouse. How you doing, Brett?
Great, how are you?
I'm feeling swell! You probably hate that. I'm sorry, Brett.
That's the best one I've heard all weekend.
See, I knew it!
Go home and get some sleep, Justin. Sleep well.
Tom Devlin's Dinosaur Adventure. Looky what we have here. It's Sophie the Triceratops. Another friendly dinosaur that you can ride on. Domestication of the dinosaurs is working. Oh my gosh! I think Sophie just spoke Chinese. She's evolving. This is a historic moment. A prehistoric moment. I'm riding a Tyrannosaurus Rex. This is thrilling and scary. TJ, Tommy, whatever your name is, we're gonna enter the rodeo. Yeehaw! I can see it now. We're gonna win the big belt buckle. Okay, Sophie, go easy on me. It's my first time riding a Triceratops. Just keep me on Triceratop. I don't want to go down on Tricerabottom. Oh my gosh, Sophie, you're walking. You're healed. Well, this brings back a lot of memories. It's a little more claustrophobic than I remembered it being. I'm getting some serious Die Hard vibes in here. Disneyland After Dark 90s night. My mom used to make us wear these things in the 90s. This is a really weird blast from the past. Tailspin has come to life. Wow, Cousin Louie, how you doing there? Look at this guy dressed up as Steve Urkel. Did you do that?
Look what you need.
Yeah, look what I did.
Oh, thanks
See you
for
later,
joining me.
Urkel. Indy, asps are very dangerous. I know. I just want to remind you, you go first.
I'm trying to stay away from that.
Okay. Okay, also, I'm never playing poker with you again because I have very little, but you cheat very big, Dr. Jones. Yeah. See you later, Indy. See you inside. What a nice fella. He seems pretty calm and collected. Hopefully nothing bad happens to him in here. Wow, that is a face only a mother could love. Oh my God! fanny pack. The fanny pack is back. I got my fanny pack. I am a little embarrassed because I don't like wearing these, even though they hold stuff. I'm not wearing it on my fanny. It's on my front. Hey guys, just doing the fanny pack dance here. Showing off my pack. Oh yeah! A lot of families pushing their kids in strollers past the smoking areas will be happy that the smoking areas are gone. Where a lot of adults without small children who enjoyed the smoking areas will be happy to have less gargantuan strollers around. So it almost balances out, huh? Okay, maybe not. Some people will still be cranky. But personally, I gotta tell you, I approve. Alright, now where to next? Oh, honest John, do you know the way to the theater? I'm trying to find the theater. I don't want to go to school. No school. Just the theater for me. The quick and the easy way. Oh, thank you, Honest John. I'll be right there. Whoa, look at it. It's the newest ride at the Disneyland Resort. And the wait time ain't too shabby. Howdy, Sheriff Woody. Get out of here. Oh, yeah. What a fun one. Hey, gang. Woo. Yeah! I love this ride. How you doing over there, partner? Yes. Yeah! Oh yeah, that's a good time right there. A good time. I gotta be honest with you, I like this a lot more than Toy Story Mania. It's less hard on the wrist. Oh, I better hold on. Uh-oh. Oh, I think it's over. Oh, dismount time. Goodbye, all you critters. It was fun hanging out with you. You're all a bunch of pals. There's a snake in my hand. Oh my God. Is it me or is there something unusual going on? WonderCon! Literally walking distance from Disneyland. It's like the Comic Con of Anaheim or Orange County. And it gets bigger and bigger every year. And smaller and smaller. He either said he loves you all or get the heck out of my face. You're Tony Stark. And look at that, you got Weapon X with you. Sitting down over there drinking a Diet Pepsi. I didn't know Wolverine drank Diet Pepsi. Oh, it makes him cranky. It's Kylo Ren. Hello, Kylo. Hey, I have a thought for you before you leave, really quick. Does the First Order have an HR department? Because you may want to look into therapy.
Absolutely not.
Okay, just a suggestion. Sorry, sir. It's Catwoman and the good Batman. That's the real Batman, everyone. The real one! That was the real Batman over there. Oh, did you see him? The real one! Hey, no whistling. No whistling here, sir. Okay. This is the greatest cosplay of a generation. Plus, the real Batman! The real Batman is still here walking around. No one even knows. Not this one, the other one. The real Batman! The real Batman! The Michael Keaton. Oh, he said it. It's my old computer. It's been years. How's the family? Oh, wait, you know what? I've got your kids right here, and they are beautiful. Beautiful. Nice to see you again. Good times, eh, Julio? Of course, it wasn't all fun and games this year. After all, this is the year that Allie had to have a big surgery. I was very nervous, but she took it like a champ, like a pro. And of course, they found out that she has a rare form of Crohn's disease. She actually, just a few days ago, the day after Christmas, had her very first infusion that will hopefully put that disease into remission. She's feeling good now, doing well, but what's that? Oh, right, the clips. Well, Julio, when you're right, you're right. Let's keep rolling the tape. I am a nut for Knott's Berry Farm history. So I am a big fan of the Boysenberry Festival.
Yeah, me too. How come? Because people come here and spend money. Then I can afford some more tobacco. Oh yeah, and I can get some more whiskey. All right.
Well, I guess those are also good reasons. But for me, I'm mainly excited about Knott's preserving their history.
We put them on somebody and then I have 6 pickle barrels full with balloonies.
So there's all kinds of stuff going on.
Oh my word, it's on a pandemonium.
Sweet.
It's like that time all them pigs got loose in town.
Oh, I gotta remember that time. Look at this man. Oh, here we go, they're going to tag teaming this. They're tag teaming this. They're stuffing the pajamas. It's working. You look like a Boysenberry. Los Angeles, we're back in LA, across the street from the El Rey. If I could just get some money out of this ATM, we are about to see something really special. Holy cow, dude. Some of these brave souls here have been heading inside the lair of Pennywise, and you can stick your head out through its mouth. Oh my gosh, I'm being digested! Whew.
The inside of Tim Curry smells like paint.
Not only do you have Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis's other more spooky likenesses hanging out right there, it's also part slide and most impressive of all, part foam pit.
Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice!
I can't get out of it. I haven't been in this much foam since that Jonas Brothers concert. Don't tell anyone.
Oh, didn't think about the Ray-Bans when I took the slide, bro.
Oh
My
God,
sunnies are dunny.
Worms are our friend! Worms are our friend! Oh, help! Help! Get out of here! Oh, I don't fit! Run, Tyler! Run! Danny! Tyler! Whatever your name is! You guys run too! The video's over!
What is that right there? Somebody lost their pants. Anyone lose their pants over here? We got some pants. Some pants on the floor. Nobody? Free pants. Oh, dude, check out the Glamour Ghoul shelves over here. Those are pretty sweet. Oh, this booth is looking pretty popular. As a matter of fact, every booth I can see is packed. Turns out that spooky stuff is very popular this year. Jeez, just don't run with them, okay? Be very careful. Mikey, he's up to his old tricks again. Wait, what is that you've got there? Free hugs. Don't mind if I do. Look at that. You're not a monster after all. Don't trust him after dark, though, still. Look at Nosferatu here, enjoying a stogie. What you got in the cup here? A nice root beer, perhaps? Melting in the sun, though, aren't you? There's a bullhorn back here, so when people come in this, they can get scared. I'm a troublemaker, Mom.
She didn't scare you very well, but you tried.
She didn't even jump. What the heck? So much for my career in the haunted house industry. Main Street, USA. It's beautiful. I mean, talk about time travel. Look at that. It's like we've stepped through the pages of a storybook and straight into the world of yesteryear, just the way Walt Disney intended. In addition to the many motorized Main Street vehicles you still see running around in the park today, back in the original Disneyland, you would have also seen these unusual vehicles, the original horse-drawn Disneyland Surrey. The Disney World version of the mansion is being haunted by the Hatbox Ghost. But not the way you'd think, not with an animatronic like Disneyland. No, no, no. The Hatbox Ghost at Walt Disney World has taken a different form. I love the Florida version. So many extra rooms and extra scenes. Where was the Hatbox Ghost? Well, to get that spirit to materialize, we actually have to rewind back to the beginning of the Haunted Mansion. You remember that flash in the portrait gallery? It turns out that was the flash of a new spirit camera. All right, now that we have made through the Haunted Mansion ride, it's time to pull out the Walt Disney World and see if we were visited. Oh my gosh, yes, yes, look at this guy. It's him. See? What I tell you, the Hatbox Ghost is inside of the Haunted Mansion. And although there may not be an animatronic version of the Hatbox Ghost inside of this Haunted Mansion, clearly now his spirit is within. How do I get out of this thing? Somebody call a locksmith! Call a locksmith! Would you take a look at that? It's glorious! And to think, it'll all be gone soon. Wait, what? No, not that. I'm talking about this. We're back at Epcot. I could not be more stoked that the entire entrance plaza is getting a huge makeover. More than 500,000 people contributed to have their faces or the faces of their loved ones engraved on these metal plates. In the future, these will be located outside the turnstiles. Don't worry, Ma and Pa. You're staying at Disney World. All made out of plants. You are a bush. You're not a space ranger. You're a shrubbery. You are a child's garden ornament. Man, that is impressive. Look at all of these flowers. Hours of flowers. Piles of flowers. Flowers in the shape of flowers. Even flippin' floating flowers. And they're all real and alive. That takes some serious flower power. Oh man, my fiance would freak out about this. Wow, they almost look like Rose Parade floats. They're all made out of organic things. That's basically the
extent of my knowledge. Organic things. Don't ask me what kind of things.
Just things.
Wait a minute, I get it. Flower and Garden Festival.
Oh, we did it. We can go home now. Oh, bees. See them? Bees everywhere. Behave, you. Behave. Oh my gosh, Big Bird, I am so happy to meet you.
Can I give you a hug, Big Bird? Your feathers look so nice. Wow, you're taller than me. Okay, time for a fun pic, Big Bird.
Cheese. Actually, seed. Wow, sick. Thank you, Big Bird. Where's Snuffleupagus? Oh, I don't know, huh? In your imagination? Or around here somewhere?
5-year-old me just exploded.
Oh my gosh, he spotted us. It's Elmo!
Oh my gosh, Elmo, and he wants a hug. Hi, Elmo. You're much taller in person than you are on TV. People say that to me all the time. I tell them I'm only this big on a phone, but in real life, you know, much taller, just like you. Cookie! Cookie!
It's Cookie Monster! I'm so sorry, I didn't know you were gonna be here. I forgot to bring you cookies. Oh man, next time.
Come over here, Cookie Monster. Let's get in this picture together.
Everyone's looking at us all at once. Don't worry, there's no vegetables here. Cookie!
Thank you so much, guys. You taught me how to spell and read and eat.
What a trip. It is the greatest ride ever.
Heck yes, it is. A Super Grover-themed roller coaster.
How amazing is that?
Sunny day, chasing the clouds away.
Hey, I'm trying to sleep here. Scram!
Oh, that stinky old grouch. What?
Scram!
All right, fine, I'll scram. The Ghostbusters firehouse.
Oh my gosh, look at it.
Gaze into the glory, the magnificence.
For kids of the 80s, this is a place of holy pilgrimage.
The real-life home of the Ghostbusters.
This building is a TV star.
Does it look familiar to you yet? It should.
Think harder. Some of you definitely had friends who lived in this building.
Friends by the name of Joey, Chandler, Monica, and Rachel.
Oh yes, that's right.
This is the building from Friends.
The one that all the friends lived in. You know what else I really like is this pipe.
Somebody painted a face on it.
Alright, if you were a kid in, alive in, or just had 2 eyes and a heart in 1990,
then the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie was probably a big deal to you as well. After seeing the movie Critters, we see Raphael exiting the theater building, whose entrance now looks completely different
and is located up a flight of steps now.
And catch him stepping out onto the sidewalk in a disguise.
And then we get another shot from farther away.
But he looks back up at the marquee in disgust and says,
ugh,
when did they come up with this stuff? You can get it to line up pretty closely with that building in the background, nearly replicating the shot with Raphael in it.
Next we get a shot from this corner,
looking back towards Columbus Circle as Raphael crosses the street, and the scenery is virtually identical today. If you look closely on the far left-hand side, you will see some discolored stones that you can still line up perfectly today.
This is awesome. April O'Neil comes down the steps right there.
The original April O'Neil, part 1 April O'Neil.
They switched actresses between 1 and 2.
This took us a long time to kind of figure out where the movie was shot because the stairs April O'Neil comes down to the platform on were at some point bricked into this weird little structure. So this angle here from the movie where she's walking down onto the subway platform now looks like this. Most surprisingly, if you look in the background of the shot in the Turtles, you can see some missing tile on the back wall, and that tile is still missing today in pretty much the exact same shape.
It's almost perfectly in the shape of Nevada.
And not only do all the columns line up with it perfectly and the number of columns matches up, but if you look closely in the background at where the stairs would have been, you can see a little jag in the tile.
And it all still lines up perfectly.
You can almost blend the two shots together. You can see the signal box in the back next to those little divots in the wall. And judging by the placement, again, of that City Hall sign on the second column,
would place Raphael right here.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles filming location.
Oh, Danny boy, the foot is calling. I found the spot where April O'Neil's Part 2 apartment is. The correct spot.
Oh, it lines up beautifully.
He
loves to run and run. Woo, and now that that's out of the way...
Would you look at the size of that cowboy?
Oh, yeah, look at him. The Toy and Action Figure Museum. 3 of my all-time favorite things combined. Historic Main Street, USA towns, roadside attractions, and action figures.
Would you look at the size of that toy collection?
This is literally unbelievable.
It's a ride on Batmobile! I'm driving the Batmobile! Shh! Don't tell Batman.
Even superhero underwear. Ooh, smells fast. Prepare to enter Paul Snyder's House of Wonders. There's a wonder around every corner. Right from the moment you walk in, there's something amazing everywhere you look. It's Robin Williams, Arwen Evenstar, Kylo Ren. Can you feel the magic? Can you feel it? I can.
80, well actually 2 years ago, I was created as a decoration for this hallway. And I've since gained a new hat.
Quite becoming, Mr. President.
Oh, it is so nice to meet you, Mr. Carey.
I gotta hand it to you. You're funny.
They are the actual sandals, and they even gave me his freaking socks.
Those are Johnny Depp's socks?
No.
Oh, Johnny.
Johnny Depp? Johnny Depp? Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp?
We're back on the Mother Road.
It's a shame to pass through this area so quickly. Last time I spent 2 or 3 days covering the same amount of miles.
There are just so many epic Route 66 sights to see.
Oklahoma's got a lot of the best stuff.
Even the extraterrestrials like to visit this place. Oh, I can't help myself. I've got to do... Whoa.
Hey, how about a little privacy here?
I'm sorry about that, sir. Ooh, yeah, never disturb an extraterrestrial that's using the toilet. Would you look at the size of that gas pump? It's the biggest gas pump in the world. Last time I almost passed right by this museum because I barely could see the sign, and it looks like they fixed that problem. Behold the latest and greatest attraction. Buck Adam. And it is the perfect Route 66 character. Think about it, a space cowboy. You got the old Western Oklahoma history mixed with the space age classic 1950s Route 66 vibe. Fans and friends of the show, members of the Facebook group, the Sometimes Mob, a little Randomland Appreciation Society, a little positivity group, pooled their resources and pitched in to purchase a commemorative brick. And now, right behind Buck Adam's left foot is the coolest present anyone has ever given me. A brick they dedicated to me and to Randomland. My name is now right here on Route 66. It's part of an epic roadside attraction. It's the greatest brick in the world. Mwah. We made it. We're back at one of the greatest roadside wonders of all time. The Blue Whale of Catoosa. So much yes. Listen, Captain Ahab had his whale, and I've got mine. Only, you know, I don't want to kill mine. I just like looking at him. Ooh, I never came out on the trail and looked at him from this side before. You know why I love this blue whale so much? It's the same reason why they built it. Because it's fun. It's pure fancy, pure whimsy, which in my opinion is something that is sorely lacking today. I've personally found that a big part of the secret to my own happiness, a big factor in my personal quest for positivity, has been abandoning cynicism. Ugh. Learning to appreciate things for what they are, without irony, without snark, just appreciating the beautiful and fun side of life for its own sake. I think that's why, in some ways, the generations before our own were a little bit happier, had a little less anxiety, because they could stop here and see something like this without needing an excuse excuse or irony or having to make a sarcastic remark to appreciate it. They just understood it's fun for the sake of fun. And I gotta tell you, ever since I abandoned snark for sincerity in my personal life, I have been a lot happier. And I think having fun for the sake of having fun is the perfect attitude for cruising Route 66. This is one of the best parts of the whole route and one of the very oldest paved sections of the highway, the Ribbon Road. Completed actually a couple of years before Route 66 officially took over. What makes this stretch of the old highway so special is that it's only 9 feet wide, which is why it's known as the Sidewalk Highway. And it wasn't just a little portion built this way. This road stretched on for miles and miles and miles. I'd just like to say I've heard of tipping cows, but this is ridiculous. Whoa, now that's what I call moving it on over. That is just crazy looking. Maybe he didn't tip over. Maybe he's just taking a nap. All right. We've just got one more Oklahoma stop to make. The Conoco hole-in-the-wall filling station. Kansas. Thanks to mining all kinds of heavy metals, this place was once home to thousands of people, but because of those same heavy metals, is now abandoned. Just about the only resident left is the old high school football mascot, thinking of the days when they used to be champs. Is it just me, or does he look sad? Anyway, let's move on to happier things. Seeing new things like this picks my spirits right back up. Wow, how cool is that?
Hey, what are you doing down there?
Sorry, sir, I didn't mean to.
Good Pete, city boy?
Actually, yeah, kinda.
Fun pick! Good boy, Toto. What a fun one! And my legs have never looked better.
It's the world's largest rooster. He's 43 feet tall. So tall that you enter this restaurant between his legs. What the fork? Now that is a big utensil. It's on top of a gigantic walk-through meatball. I've eaten a lot of meatballs in my time. I've never walked through one before. Oh man, that is making me hungry. Look at this thing. Look at the size of it. I saw a billboard for this earlier that said, "Come see the half-size Titanic." I thought they meant half scale. Turns out they actually meant half size. Well, either way you cut it, that is impressive. And hey, they've even got the iceberg. That poor iceberg just floating along, minding his own business, when all of a sudden, bam! The world's largest roll of toilet paper. Oh my gosh. That is literally amazing. This giant roll of TP has more than a 9.5 foot diameter, is more than 8.5 feet tall, weighs almost 2 tons, and has more than 1 million square feet of the wiping stuff. Plus, it's even my brand. Man, I could have used this in the truck stop the other day. They were out of paper, had to keep driving. Now that is something you don't see every day. Well, unless you work here. Oh my God, I know this is weird, but this is a big moment for me. See the world's largest ball of twine. Bucket list goal complete. I am really starting to like this town. It's the world's largest toy museum and National BB Gun Museum. And there's a dinosaur museum in the back. This place has everything from your great-grandma's toys to your grandpa's toys, right down to toys I grew up with. Everything from Pez to Hot Wheels to tin toys. And some of the coolest vintage Disney stuff I have ever seen. Look at this stuffed Mickey from 1930. Or how about Zipline Mickey? Or what about whatever the heck that is?
Dude.
This is amazing. I am pretty sure I could spend the rest of my life in here. Whether playing with, looking at, or just window shopping, I have always loved toys. What in the world? Oh, Tonka trucks. Horsies. A weird church with scary Superman. Wait a minute, John Wayne? Yep. I'm blown away. Hey, Abe. Look at this. Look at what Red Ryder used to supply. A boy's first knife. Times have definitely changed a little.
You're dadgum right, they've changed. People's too soft these days. Gotta get yourself some toy guns. Make sure you wear your safety goggles, though. That way you don't shoot your eye out. You gotta play with either a BB gun or a bucket on your head. It's one or the other, so you gotta choose. Choose right now. Where you going?
Branson's Celebrity Car Museum. Oh yeah, I've got a feeling this is gonna be good. Whoa. It's the Mutt Cuts van from Dumb and Dumber. What the heck? It's one of the bikes from Back to the Future Part 2. Holy cow. Hey, look at that. Hannah Montana's farm truck. Allie 100% made me watch that movie. Holy freaking two-wheeler, Batman. It's the Bat Cycle. Marceline, Missouri. There's just something nice, something pleasing about this little town. You know who else agreed? Walt Disney. Marceline was the place Walt considered his hometown. The whole reason Marceline sprouted up in the first place was by and for the Santa Fe Railroad, the very same company that would sponsor the first Disneyland Railroad. And of course, to this very day, one of the engines at Disneyland is named the E.P. Ripley, just like this park, who was the president of the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railroad. Elias Disney's farmhouse, or as Walt Disney called it, home, but also the epic replica of the old Disney barn. You too can step inside the barn and, like hundreds and hundreds of other people have, leave your mark at a place of epic Disney history. My name's just there over the door. Wait a minute, what's that noise? It's a mouse! There's a mouse running around in here. Mickey Mouse! Hi, Mickey Mouse! Oh, you guys, the original Mickey Mouse! Oh, let's leave him alone. I think we frightened him enough. The main attraction is down by the river. It's this little house right here, the boyhood home of Mark Twain. Mark Twain's dad once had to beat someone over the head with his gavel during a court session. Young Sammy also once saw a man get shot to death at point-blank range, watched a hobo burn to death in the local jail, and saw several other friends and relatives die, including one who drowned after they were making fun of him for not being able to hold his breath long enough. Sam himself was the one chosen to swim down in the creek and feel around, eventually touching the dead boy's wrist. Totally different, little bit more of a calm vibe at night. It's both wonderfully calm out here and kinda creepy. I love picturing Huckleberry Finn sneaking up to the back of Tom Sawyer's house, making those cat noises, and then young Tom Sawyer or Sam Clemens, or however you want to slice it, the boys sneaking out of here and setting off through town on their nocturnal adventures. Price of admission gets you about an hour-long tour through a big portion of the cave with a lot of twists and turns and many of the features described in the book The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Oh, Headache Rock. Wonder why they call it that. Oh, jeez. Please think, Justin, think. Oh man, it's so weird when everybody gets ahead of you. Time to go ashore and visit one of the most beautiful riverside towns in America, Paducah, Kentucky. No trip to Paducah is truly complete without a visit to the National Quilt Museum. Oh dude, it is awesome in there. Unfortunately, there is no filming allowed. I tried to get him to bend the rules, but there's too many wet blankets in there. Paducah is quaint and charming and oh so picturesque. It's perfect for those band photos where you all look in different directions so you look real deep and artistic. I'd like to see something a little more folksy, a little more backwoods, a little more hillbilly. Now that's what I'm talking about. It don't get much more hillbilly than this. Welcome to the wildest place in Kentucky, the Apple Valley Hillbilly Garden and Toyland, the folk art wonderland. Look at this lawnmower ranch. It's glorious. There are so many. Look at this. The whole front of the Holt home has become an art gallery. Close the door behind you and welcome to Toyland. Oh my gosh. Would you look at the size of this toy room? Okay, well the room isn't that big, but check out this epic freaking toy collection. And the entire place is completely covered with handmade DIY custom hillbilly art. You know, like old potty mouth up here. Or how about these here hillbilly giraffes? I already showed you the redneck tree. Of course, we already saw the hillbilly time machine. But how about this hillbilly chariot over here? Hillbilly Gardens has the mysterious throne hen. Genius. Throne henge, where the demons dwell, where the banshees live, and they do live well. What are we looking at here?
The hillbilly treadmill, complete with the lead paint. As you can see, that's not affecting me whatsoever.
Yeehaw! Oh my gosh. He didn't die! It looks perfectly safe as long as I don't hit this tree here or that tree to the left or the tree dead ahead. I probably won't break anything. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry, Mr. Elephant.
Oh man, I lived! Am I a real hillbilly now, Keith?
Sure.
Look where I ended up. I'm standing at the crossroads. The world famous Devil's Crossroads. The meeting of Highway 61 and 49. As a Delta Blues fan myself, it's a place I had to come and check out. Now the Crossroads are located in Clarksdale, Mississippi. And Clarksdale and the surrounding area were home to more blues musicians than any other place. Clarksdale is not only home to the Ground Zero Blues Club, co-owned by none other than Morgan Freeman, but also the Delta Blues Museum, home of all kinds of crazy blues artifacts and information. There's about a zillion guitars in there. If you're a blues fan, it's a must-do. Just leave your cameras in the car, because sadly, photos and video are not allowed. Here it is for blues fans, for even rock and roll fans. This is like sacred ground. It's kind of hard to see now, but on this little raised up portion of ground, this place was where Muddy Waters spent most of the first 30 years of his life. And on this exact site, Alan Lomax made the first ever recordings of Muddy Waters music inside of the four walls of that original cabin. Man, talk about ground zero. I can't believe that I am actually standing out here where Muddy Waters' first recordings were made. This is a super big deal for me. I know there are some people out there who are like, okay, but perhaps no other farm on earth can claim as much blues credit as this place behind me, Dockery Farm. This place is legit, and perhaps much more than any other single locality truly deserves the title of the birthplace of the blues. I mean, I don't know if you guys are music fans, but if you are, this place is like sacred ground or something. Perhaps no single person best personifies the legendary bluesman than Robert Johnson, who, according to legend, was one of the charter members of the 27 Club, dying at age 27, supposedly after being given poisoned whiskey. And even though there are at least 3 locations that he was supposedly buried at, most people now agree the best evidence places his body here at the Little Zion Missionary Baptist Church at the base of this old pecan tree. And here it is. This headstone was obviously placed here a long time after the fact, but you can see people have left all kinds of crazy tributes out here, mainly in the form of guitar picks and a hooch, both of which I guess are somewhat fitting tributes, at least from a sort of rock and roll point of view. If you're ever in the Dallas, Texas area, check out 508 Park Avenue. This is the building that Robert Johnson had his final recording sessions in. June 19th and 20th, 1937. It was owned by Warner Brothers back then, and they leased it to a recording company. Gene Autry recorded up there, all kinds of people. Right up there on the 3rd floor is where Robert Johnson recorded Me and the Devil Blues, Hellhound on My Trail, Love in Vain, Traveling Riverside Blues. It all happened right in that building, right there. Only about a year and a month before he eventually died. Crazy. Okay, this is officially the creepiest thing I've ever done. I have come to a crossroads here. Oh yes, a crossroads indeed. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's literally a cemetery at this crossroads as well. And it is basically almost midnight, any second now. So we're just waiting for a certain someone to show up, I guess. You know how it goes. Win in the Delta. All right, here it goes. 11:59, 12 o'clock. I don't see anybody. Wait a minute. I don't want to sell my soul. I need my soul. What kind of terrible idea was this? Oh, the headlights are off. Get me out of here. Man, if anyone ever tells you, Justin, that guy sold his soul to the devil at the crossroads, you can tell him, no, he didn't. He chickened out. Oh. That's all right. Probably wasn't worth much anyways. All right. Time to go home and sleep well. Standing at the crossroads in the middle of the night at like 11, I got there at like 11:50. Standing there for 10 minutes next to the cemetery, waiting for midnight. Even as a joke, was creepy. So was that deer. Get out of the way, deer. Oh, dear. Wait a minute. You don't think... No. That couldn't have been... the devil. Could it? Oh, man, Julio. I gotta tell you, it was creepy out there at those Devil's Crossroads. Believe you me. Huh? Well, I know you wouldn't have been afraid. Dang, that's true. I didn't think of it like that. Gosh, looking at all those clips, it's no wonder I'm tired, huh, Julio? And that's not even the half of it, literally. Which is why, like I said, buckle up, Julio. This is gonna have to be a two-parter. Unfortunately, if you want to see the rest, you're gonna have to tune in next year. That's right, Julio. You're gonna have to wait until next year. Yep, sorry, guys, but what can I do? Huh? You got me, Julio. 'Cause next year is tomorrow. See you then. You gotta wait for tomorrow. Go to sleep, Julio. Stop looking at me. I said tomorrow.